Now, to no surprise, a lot of the information covered in this video is subject to interpretation. Although I'm boys with Elon, he keeps his secrets pretty close to the chest, which for him may seem like a good thing. But for the rest of the world, and specifically a very small group of people with too much time on their hands, well, it just leads to beliefs without much evidence. Some call them theories, while others are certain what they know is the truth, and Elon is simply trying to hide it from everyone. Like I said, some people just have too much time on their hands. Today on Life's Biggest Questions, we're talking about the SpaceX secrets Elon Musk doesn't want you to know. Smash that like button or else Elon will keep holding out from us. Now, as you can imagine, searching the internet far and wide, you'll find all kinds of things, specifically regarding personal beliefs and what Elon and the crew have been up to. Unsurprisingly, a lot of flat earthers, for example, are also under the belief that the successful launch of the Falcon Heavy back in 2018 wasn't real. Obviously, this is because the footage we saw of the Falcon Heavy launch, which included a Tesla Roadster being driven by a dummy named Starman, showed an incredible backdrop of the Earth, and it was round. Following the broadcast of the Roadster and of course Starman floating in space with the big round planet behind them, the Flat Earth Society took to Twitter, writing, I quote, "People who believe that the Earth is a globe because they saw a car in space on the internet must be the new incarnation of, it's true, I saw it on TV. It's a poor argument. Why would we believe any privately held company to report the truth?" Now, they do have a very fair point, and honestly, maybe they're right, because the ground I'm standing on right now is flat, so there's no curves around here. Now, there are some other theories out there which, again, totally up to you guys to believe or dismiss. I'm just the messenger. Which brings us to the Falcon 9 launch back in 2020, which at first was scrubbed due to bad weather conditions. Of course, it would go ahead with the launch as planned a few days later, and successfully so at that. However, many people took to Twitter yet again, explaining why none of it actually happened. Prior to the launch actually happening on May 30th, it was originally set for May 28th. However, bad weather in Florida led to the team calling the mission off, at least that day, and postponing it a couple days later, citing that the ship could be a conductor for lightning and other potential dangers. This led to many theories online claiming that it was called off because it's not real in the first place. It was all a hoax designed to, I don't know what, but it was never going to happen. One user took to Twitter posting a comment from someone else claiming the Earth was flat. They tweeted that Elon and the team saw that comment and decided to call things off. In response to this, someone tweeted back, "Plot twist, NASA doesn't exist. Government did it fake every time. They were having issues with the green screen this time and hence they postponed the launch." Now, if you didn't catch on, the first guy with the flat Earth thing was joking. The reply to the tweet, however, well, I'm not so sure. Someone else even referred to the spacesuits that Doug Hurley and Robert Behnken, who the two astronauts who would eventually get up in space, were from Walmart. So, I mean, that's another option. Now, that theory kind of went out the window when the launch actually did happen. However, it just led to another one. As is usually the case, moments before the Falcon 9 landed on Earth, the feed cut out and a brief lost signal message appeared. Then it cut to the boys up in space who had just launched, until going back to the now landed Falcon 9. Of course, this once again led to people taking to Twitter, explaining how it's fake because the footage of the rocket landing was cut out. However, as I said before, it happens often, and it seems that's the case because, as SpaceX explained, the vibration from the rocket's 9 Merlin engines disrupt the feed. Just can't argue with science. Now, one other theory that had a lot of people scratching their heads is this idea that a mouse was on board and successfully took flight with the crew. A short clip of the launch while the rocket was in space showed what appeared to be a small gray thing moving near the top of the burning hot engine. One Twitter user then tweeted out the clip, captioned, "I don't care what you say, that is a mouse."
Entry burn.
Meanwhile, that second stage continuing to power Dragon into orbit.
I don't care what you say, that is a mouse.
That's going to continue to burn until 8 minutes and 44 seconds into flight.
This idea would quickly go viral, and yet again we got another theory on our hands. How did a mouse get on the outside of the spaceship and not die? A handful of people were certain it was a mouse, but seriously wondered, how did it not die or float away in space? Others probably just thought it was a funny idea, while the most wild, of course, yet again, went with the theory that the entire thing was a Hollywood production, and they just missed that there was a mouse, I guess, in the editing room? I'm not really sure, the logic here, but someone actually came up with a fantastic explanation. It was simply condensation that fell from the foil and then sizzled on the hot rocket, causing it to move. That makes a lot more sense, but I mean, the mouse idea is more fun, so we'll go with that. Now, to wrap up, we can't forget to mention the one theory that I want to say most people likely don't believe, but nowadays you never really know. Elon Musk wants to return to Mars because that's his home. He's an alien, and he's trying to guide us to his homeland for reasons unknown, to introduce us to the new species or maybe to learn about humans. potentially take over the world. Although it seems he's not too far away as is. I mean, everyone loves the guy already and they revere him as like a god, so. But still, this idea that he's an alien from Mars trying to get back home, it's pushing it a little. No? As always, guys, let us know your thoughts on this one down below and what theories you believe or don't. For now, let's reply to some comments from the video. What if Bill Gates froze himself for 1,000 years? T-Roy said he will awake in 1,000 years, LMAO. Maybe not though. I don't know if you watched the video, but I said like he could just die and not wake up. Not that that's funny, but like, it's possible. Asia Blue said the world would rejoice. Night, Bill. Why, you don't like Bill? Or am I missing the joke? I feel like you guys put so many jokes of like games and movies and references that I just do not pick up on. So hopefully I did not miss that one too. And this last comment was my favorite. Tibber W said he'd be Chill Gates. Incredible, I love it. That made my day, so thank you. Anyways guys, that's all for this one. Been your host, Jared Bronstein. We'll see you soon.